Because finding yourself is not so much about, oh, I gotta be who I used to be. It's about honoring the current version of yourself and then also wanting to be the best version of yourself.
Me, can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me?
Hey girl, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ashley Swain, and if you stumbled upon, I should say, this channel, then baby, you are in for some self-love, self-development, and you want to hear some good gems about being the best version of yourself. So you're in the right space, and make sure you're subscribing. Make sure that you meet me in the comment section. Make sure that you are ready and willing and open to having a girl talk. This is really what we come here for, okay? And when I say we, I mean this community, Her Glow community. That is my business. And it is a self-love and self-development community, and I teach women how to love themselves more so they can love the life that they live, okay? So we have to talk about finding yourself again. We've heard people talk about finding themselves, and it's kind of like a buzzword, and you know, it's, I don't want to say it's cliche, but it's a conversational piece. People usually talk about finding themselves. But what happens when you are forced to find yourself after becoming a mother? Because I know for me, there was a time where I looked in the mirror and I did not recognize the woman that I saw. I literally was over 60 pounds overweight. I felt like I didn't have time for myself. I felt drained. I felt like I could not reach the girl that I used to be. And when I was trying to focus on the woman I used to be before kids in my 20s, I started obsessing over that. And it took me a while because I would literally look at old videos or old photos of myself and be like, oh, you were that girl. You were a size this, you were this girl, you used to do this. And after a while, it wasn't from a place of excitement. It was more or less to shoot down or break down my current self. And I got tired of that. I'm like, yeah, I was that girl then, but I'm very much that girl now, okay? So if you can relate to me even saying that, I need you to right now make a decision that you're not gonna continue on putting down the current version of yourself and trying to make it seem like, oh, you had it all together then. Because honestly, the woman that you used to be, you needed to go through all the things you needed to go through in order for you to be your current self. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna keep focusing on the past, because finding yourself is not so much about, oh, I gotta be who I used to be. It's about honoring the current version of yourself and then also wanting to be the best version of yourself. So you love yourself here, you know who you are, you're happy with yourself, or there's maybe some things you need to change, of course, but you are not trying to go back into the past. That's not what this is all about. It's about seeing who you used to be, accepting your current, version of yourself, and then working on the elevated version of you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you understand if you caught what I just said, put elevated in the comment section, okay? But anyways, I just had to really stop myself from focusing so much on the older version of me. Like, I used to think about it all the time. I would show people, oh, look at this picture. I used to go on Facebook and be like, oh girl, look at that. I had no waist and da-da-da. Knowing I got all the waist now. Like, girl, you're trying to basically put yourself down. It's one thing to say, I know that I look so good and I'm working on being the better version of myself. Like, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you saying that. And let me say this, it's not always easy. Like I said, when I had my babies, I gained over 60 to 70 pounds after having my kids, okay? I had big babies. So when I say that I looked at myself, my current version of myself after having babies, it was something I had to force myself to honor. If that meant, like, I had to stop myself from making very negative comments about the current me. I had to remind myself, baby, you had 2 kids. You birthed 2 children. I had to kind of give myself grace. And then also, I know, and y'all may or may not relate, I got so bad and so self-loathing that it would get to the point where if someone did give me a compliment, I would always focus in on what I didn't like about myself. So they said, oh, you have a beautiful smile. Girl, I gotta get my teeth done. Like, you know, you're looking so good in that outfit. Like, you look nice. Oh, it would even look better if this belly wasn't in the way. Like, those conversations, like, are you your op? Like, what's going on? Why are you focusing on the negative parts of your body, yourself, your personality, the woman that you're trying to be? Like, don't be your worst critic, okay? And that's what I'm trying to say. As you're going through this journey of finding yourself again, do not be your biggest op. We're not gonna be. Somebody put in the comment section, don't be your biggest op. All right. You need to stand on the fact that you are that girl. You'll always be that girl, and you are the woman of your dreams. You know, even if you don't feel like you are her yet, you're on your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're on your way. So it counts for something. Even if the step is small, even if it's 10 steps, 1 step, half of a step, it's still a step forward. Okay? So I want us to make sure that we are not so focused on the woman we used to be, obsessing over that, and then we're taking away from the woman that we are currently and who we are becoming. Okay? So let's talk about what finding yourself actually looks like. Okay? Number 1, you have to make yourself a priority. You have to. And I know that everybody says this, but baby, you really have to make yourself a priority. Let's be honest. You have poured into everyone. You've poured into your children. You poured into your significant other. You have always been the last on your to-do list, and we can't keep happening. Like, we can't keep letting that happen. All right. That's got to be something you don't do anymore. Okay. So making yourself a priority looks like choosing you. Okay, above all others, choosing you. If you want to say no to something that does not serve you, say no. If you can't make it to the event because you have all these things to do, say no. If you know you need to take some time and rest because you're tired and you're drained, go rest. Okay, because one thing about me, I'm gonna take a nap. I am not playing. I do not play about my sleep. That's how I reset. That's how I keep my mind right, how I keep my mental health right. So if you have to say no to things and people gonna have to be mad, let them be upset. You don't have time to worry about other people's perception of you. You need to make yourself a priority. And I would also say, be intentional about your joy. What makes you happy? Okay. I know for me, I'm the kind of mom, and I'm still working on this. I'm the kind of mom that whenever I go shopping for myself, I end up purchasing things for my kids. Listen to me. My kids don't even really need that much stuff, honey. They are spoiled, which that's my choice, okay? I've chosen that life. However, I found myself at one point where I was always buying them something, and I couldn't remember the last time I got something for me. And I'm like, girl, when are you going to be intentional about your joy? And it doesn't have to be a material thing. It could be, listen, I'm taking some time out for myself to have a solo day. I'm going to journal. I'm going to catch up on a show that I know that I wanted to catch up on. I want to lay in my bed all day. It doesn't have to cost anything. It doesn't have to be a material thing. But if it is a material thing, it's nothing wrong with that. So be intentional about doing things that make you have joy. And let me say this. When you start changing your habits, when you start choosing yourself, prioritizing yourself, and being intentional with your joy, it's going to be somebody that does not like it, okay? It's going to be uncomfortable for some people because you're going from putting everybody first to choosing to put yourself at the top of the list. And it's going to be a lot of people that's going to try to make you feel guilty. It's going to give you the side eye. That's going to make you feel like, oh, why are you doing that? You don't owe anyone an explanation. Let's be clear. You do not owe anybody an explanation, okay? So before we, as you're going on this journey, be clear that somebody that you may not even expect is going to start looking at you crazy because you have chosen to put yourself first. Do not allow them to distract you. Keep pursuing your self-love journey. Keep self-developing. Keep honoring the woman that you are deciding to become, okay? It's really important. So let me go ahead and end the video here. I want to say to y'all, if you love this content, if you are on a self-love journey, if you're serious about being your best self, follow my channel, subscribe to my channel, okay? I am building a community here. I am so excited about this. And if you have an Instagram, make sure you follow me on Her Glow Co. I am rebranding and relaunching over there, and I would love to see your beautiful face. Make sure that you are checking me out in the comment section here on YouTube as well. I just am so excited about doing these weekly videos. If there is a topic that you would like for me to discuss, let me know, and I'm gonna make sure I, talk about that topic that is important to you. I hope you have the very best day, night, afternoon, whenever you watch this. And before you go, please let me know something you love about yourself in the comment section, and I will see you there. Bye.
Lately I've been with you, but you would just focus on